In this video, we are talking about a Russian defense analyst has ignited a fresh and highly controversial debate by publicly proposing that Russia lease North Korean Su-25 ground attack aircraft for combat use in the war in Ukraine. The idea surfaced after North Korea's recent military event marking the 80th anniversary of the Korean People's Army Air Force, where Su-25 aircraft were displayed carrying weapon configurations that appeared noticeably different from the classic unguided rocket loadouts traditionally associated with the type. The proposal was put forward by Vladimir Krustalev, a Russian analyst known for his focus on North Korea's military-industrial complex and nuclear weapons programs. According to Krustalev, the weapons showcased on North Korean Su-25s suggest a shift toward longer range and more accurate strike capabilities. He argued that these configurations would allow the aircraft to attack targets along the line of contact and deeper inside enemy formations, while significantly reducing exposure to modern air defense systems, a persistent vulnerability for low-flying attack aircraft in the Ukraine conflict. Krustalev emphasized that using precision-guided munitions rather than unguided rockets would increase the probability of disabling targets while limiting the operational risk to pilots and airframes. In his assessment, the traditional Su-25 tactic of low-altitude rocket attacks has proven increasingly dangerous in Ukraine due to the density of short-range air defenses, man-portable air defense systems, and radar-guided guns deployed on both sides. He argued that leasing combat aircraft is not without precedent, noting that historically, aircraft leasing arrangements and the temporary assignment of foreign pilots have been used by multiple countries under defined legal, financial, and insurance frameworks. From his perspective, such an arrangement could be structured to minimize political and operational risk for North Korea while providing tangible benefits to both sides. According to Krustalev, North Korea's risk exposure would remain limited because the proposed missions would rely on standoff precision weapons launched from outside the effective range of most air defense systems. This, he claimed, would reduce the likelihood of aircraft losses and pilot casualties. In exchange, Pyongyang would receive financial compensation, valuable combat experience, additional pilot flight hours, and technical overhauls for its aging Su-25 fleet. He even suggested that if North Korean aircraft were lost in combat, Russia could compensate by transferring refurbished Su-25 airframes from its own reserves. From the Russian perspective, Krustalev argued that additional Su-25 aircraft would help offset losses and operational fatigue within Russia's existing ground attack fleet. More importantly, he claimed that these aircraft could be employed with precision-guided weapons, increasing the number of targets struck per day while improving overall efficiency in fuel consumption, basing capacity, and spare parts logistics. In a war where attrition and sustainability have become decisive factors, such efficiencies are viewed by some Russian analysts as critical. One of the most striking elements of Krustalev's analysis was his claim regarding a potential cruise missile compatible with the Su-25 platform. He suggested that North Korean Su-25s could carry two such missiles with an estimated range of 100 to 150 kilometers. More optimistic assessments, he said, place the range as high as 250 to 300 kilometers. If accurate, this would represent a significant expansion of the Su-25's strike envelope, transforming it into a limited standoff strike platform. He also pointed to smaller guided munitions resembling Iran's Gayam-114 family of air-to-surface missiles. According to Krustalev, these weapons could offer guided flight ranges of at least 10 kilometers, allowing attacks from safer distances. He suggested that such weapons would be particularly useful against fortified positions, logistics nodes, and concentrations of troops near the front lines. Krustalev further argued that laser-guided weapons could be employed using unmanned aerial vehicles as target designators. In this concept, drones would illuminate targets with laser designators while Su-25s release guided munitions from standoff distances. He compared this approach to the use of Krasnopol laser-guided artillery shells and noted that cross-platform laser designation has been used by NATO air forces since the 1980s and in combat since the early 1990s. Expanding on this point, he claimed that Iran has developed more advanced variants of the Gayam-114 missile family featuring fire-and-forget guidance, which does not require continuous laser illumination. Krustalem suggested that North Korea could possess similar systems due to decades of cooperation between Pyongyang and Tehran in sensitive military and missile-related fields. While no public evidence confirms such capabilities, the claim reflects broader concerns about the depth of Iran-North Korea defense collaboration. Another element of the proposal involves adopting Russian guidance kits for unguided bombs to North Korean Su-25 aircraft. Krustalev argued that Russian glide bomb guidance modules could potentially be integrated with North Korean platforms, enabling the use of guided Fab 500 class munitions. This would allow Su-25s to conduct medium-range precision strikes instead of relying on high-risk rocket attacks at very low altitudes. The proposal comes at a time when Russia itself is facing growing doubts about the effectiveness of its Su-25 SM-3 modernization program. Combat experience in Ukraine has shown that the Su-25 SM-3, despite incremental upgrades, was not designed to employ modern precision-guided weapons effectively. Its avionics architecture limits integration with advanced munitions, and the aircraft remains highly vulnerable in environments saturated with modern air defenses. The war has also demonstrated that further modernization through incremental avionics upgrades may not be feasible under current operational and industrial constraints. Production bottlenecks, sanctions, and the demands of sustaining ongoing combat operations have constrained Russia's ability to fundamentally upgrade legacy platforms. As a result, the Su-25's adaptability to contemporary battlefield requirements remains limited. With this context, Krustalev's proposal reflects broader debates inside Russia about how to compensate for aircraft losses, modernize strike capabilities, and maintain operational tempo without introducing entirely new aircraft types. Leasing North Korean Su-25s, in his view, represents a pragmatic, if controversial, workaround. However, the idea raises significant legal, political, and military questions. Leasing aircraft from North Korea would almost certainly provoke additional international scrutiny and sanctions, while the operational effectiveness of North Korean Su-25s and their weapons remains unproven in a high-intensity conflict like Ukraine. There are also unanswered questions about pilot training, command and control integration, maintenance standards, and interoperability with Russian forces. Despite these uncertainties, the proposal highlights how the prolonged conflict in Ukraine is driving increasingly unconventional ideas within Russian defense circles. As attrition mounts and modernization options narrow, analysts are exploring solutions that would have seemed implausible before the war. Whether Krustalev's idea remains a theoretical exercise or evolves into a concrete policy discussion will depend on political decisions far beyond the technical arguments he has laid out. Subscribe and like for more updates.